Hi guys, hope you're all okay. Welcome to another Luke's Views. This is my little video on what I watched, my TV ramblings, whatever you want to call it. Let me first apologise if you hear any background noise. I'll try editing it out, hopefully you won't be able to hear anything. So let me just dive straight in. Saturday I didn't really watch out. Sunday, of course, I watched Once Upon a Time, which is, I think I've got 2 episodes left, which this episode was building up to them other 2 episodes, so I'm presuming it's going to be, do you know what I mean, the finale is going to be spun over like 3 episodes, because it is, oh my god, it's getting so good. Basically, Regina, now knowing that they want to go back to the Enchanted Forest and are using the beans to get there, goes to Henry and sort of tells her her plans that he's going to destroy Storybrooke. He doesn't go along with them, so she basically wipes his memory of the past 20 minutes and what she said. She is now on a mission to completely destroy Storybrooke and take Henry back to the Enchanted Forest. So she employs Captain Hook to help her find the on-off switch, basically, of Storybrooke, which is hidden around a load of tunnels guarded by an enchanted monster, which turns out to be, now I hope I pronounce this right, Maleficent? She's the wicked queen, witch, whatever you want to call her, from Sleeping Beauty, I think. Not 100% sure. But basically what happens is Captain Hook is only doing this because he has been employed by the fiancé of Henry's dad and Owen to help destroy Storybrooke, but he doesn't realise that he's helping to destroy Storybrooke. All they want to do is get him to give Regina a little present. Turns out that the way that he does it is he says, I've got this like little bracelet thing which is of your mother's, she'll be sadly missed. So Regina obviously goes, well, I want it, give me it here. So she unwittingly puts it on, which then she betrays Captain Hook, and pushes him in towards Maleficent so that she'll, do you know what I mean, devour him, which is amazing. Special effects are just awesome, so hopefully you enjoy that. Turns out, along the episode you find out that the bracelet isn't all that it seems. It's basically, it's made from, I think they find out it's made from the strongest metals and materials known to man. So basically what it does is it blocks Regina's magic, which helps Owen and the fiancé to basically bag her up. I think the entire plan is that they're wanting to kill all magical creatures, which, to be quite honest, is going to be a big job, seeing as how it's a great big city / village of magical creatures, but there you go. So hopefully it'll be a good finale. God knows what I'm going to do on my Sunday nights once it's finished, but I might do a little special video on it, but there you go. Next I watched was E's Fashion Police, which is, do you know what I mean, it's basically Joan Rivers, Juliana Summer, Kelly Osbourne and George something, can't remember their last names, but there you go, never can. It's took me 6 weeks to remember that there's Juliana in it, so there you go. But basically they just sit along a panel and basically rip the hell out of the celebrities and what they wore. Joan Rivers is just amazingly funny. It is, do you know what I mean? I sit there for an hour absolutely dying of laughter. Sorry, my voice is going to there. Next I watched was, Change of Days. Monday I watched Whitney, which is on Comedy Central, I think. Yeah. And this one is, they finally decided to go on their honeymoon. Turns out that they decided to go to Alex's parents' lake house. Now, Whitney is the most hilariously funny person you will ever watch, because it's just funny as hell. She basically thinks that she's alone in a lake house, and from a film that she's seen years and years ago, she's going to get killed. Turns out that someone had left a window open, so she's very suspicious. Do you know what I mean? Someone's coming to kill me, blah blah blah. Turns out it's Alex's dad, which when he creeps up on them, and scares them half to death. God, you'll laugh so much. It's so funny. Then next is Tuesday, and on Tuesday I watched CSI New York, which is on its final ever series, which is annoying, but there you go. And in this one, it's about a 7-year-old case, I think it was, of a missing boy. There's also a little other story about Flack and his sister, and about, you know what I mean, diving into their past. The main story of the actual crime is just amazing because it's, do you know what I mean? They think it's one guy, and it turns out he gets murdered because he comes back into town. He gets, do you know what I mean, murdered by the actual person that kidnapped and killed the boy, but they don't realise that he's done that. Very strange episode. It's a good episode, so I'd tell you to go watch it, but it's very strange. They do find out who actually killed and kidnapped the boy, and it's a very close friend of the parents. Flack and his sister do, I think they come to some sort of resolution about their dad, because Flack's sister's, do you know what I mean, she doesn't particularly like her dad, but there you go. You are picking up more that Mac is forgetting things, and Joe's started to realise, so she's, do you know what I mean, gone to his girlfriend, do you notice it? And the girlfriend's gone to Mac, do you know what I mean, basically, to tell him that Joe's told her something, and it's, do you know what I mean, it's unravelling the relationships between all of them, which, hopefully, do you know what I mean, it's going to be a good series to come. Whether or not it is, I don't know. Sorry, I'm losing my voice. Then I watched New Tricks. Now, New Tricks, because Brian has been kicked out of UCOS, turns out that Esther had given him, had found him a friend who wanted a case opening to try and find her brother. Turns out it actually interweaves with what the UCOS team are doing, investigating an ex-con man. And basically it turns out that the woman that had come to Brian and Esther for help, turns out she was the one that was going around, do you know what I mean, killing people, because it turns out, she says, I'm looking for my brother. What she's in fact doing is, she's one of the criminals that's been looking for a witness, and they basically help her to find the witness, and yeah. All in all, Esther threatens her with a shovel, and it is just so funny. It's a very strange series, is New Tricks, but it's a good series. It's a crime, yet comedy family show, if that makes some sort of sense. Then on Wednesday I watched I think it's called Wentworth Prison. Now this is on Channel 5. It's a very, very new show, and a new show to me. Apparently, from what I've read, it's a remake of the Prisoner Cell Block H series. Very gripping episode, because it's, do you know what I mean, this is the first episode, so you sort of start to see the backstories of people. It starts off with one of the main characters being sent down and coming into the prison, and, you know what I mean, the dynamic of, you've got two top dogs, so it's a sort of fight over who's going to be the actual top dog. You don't see both of them at the same time until, I think it's 45 minutes way through the show. But if I remember rightly, it has, I can't remember what her name is, but she's from Neighbours, and she played Madge. I can't remember what her name is, but, you know, she's been in many different shows. But it's a very strange episode, because you don't know what's actually going on, because you've not had any background on it, but it is very, very good. It was very gripping, because do you know what I mean, you were watching each little second and going, can't believe they've done that, do you know what I mean, oh, what's going to happen. So hopefully it's going to be a good series to come, so yeah. It is Australian based, I think. Well, I'm presuming it is, because it's all Australian accents, so I'm presuming it's an Australian based production, but there you go. Then on Thursday I watched two shows, one of which is Britain and Ireland's Next Top Model, which just has one more week left, and then we find out who wins. Didn't watch last week, so I'm glad to see that my favourite had been kept in, which is Emma. She's the one that's from Leeds. She's a very quirky personality, but very strange. So, I mean, she's edgy, yet rockery, sort of quirky style. So, yeah, hopefully she's going to win, because she's been put through to the series finale. Then there's the other one, which is Sarah, that's being put through to the series finale, and Laura. She's the Jamaican... I think she's Jamaican. Do you know what I mean? She's from around that area. I can't remember entirely what she is. And then there's the Irish one, which is Sarah, which I've mentioned before. She's the redhead. So, yeah, very diverse three in the finale. The one that went is the very plain one, which I can't remember what her name is. She's the blonde one, which, if I remember rightly, was the ex-army girl. This episode, they had to do obviously, a fashion show, and it was all about, for the life of me, I can't remember what it's about, but it were a very good episode. Hopefully the one that's going to win is Emma, so yeah, I'm hoping to tune in next week. I don't know if it's a public vote or whether it's an audience vote or whether it's a judge's vote which makes them win, but hopefully she wins. Then next I watched Don't Trust the Beat in Apartment 23, and this episode was all about Chloe trying to find June someone to go out with, because June apparently had made like this list which is about 20 odd pages long, so yeah, she does eventually find him someone, but it turns out that she goes and asks him out as well. So it's sort of, I think James invents a sort of dating-esque game to find out which one should go out with him, doing it behind his back. Isn't very best pleased when he finds out that's what they've been doing. Turns out all in the end that June wins, but she's found out that her old best friend, her old boyfriend, still has a crush on her, so she's umming and ahhing whether or not to go back to him and all the consequences of that. But yeah, very, very good episode. Then there's just Nikita, which was Friday. This episode, now, it was an amazing episode, great special effects, because it turns out that Amanda, the evil bitch from the second series, has come back. She's a psychotic yet quirky one, and if you haven't watched it, go watch it, because she's the, do you know what I mean? You have Nikita, which is the sort of good side, and Amanda, which is the, do you know what I mean, the evil, do you know what I mean, it's that sort of series. Turns out that Amanda had she'd released from prison one of Nikita's old friends, and it's all about what has happened to him, because it turns out that before he came to Division, Amanda did some sort of brain surgery on him to remove all his memories. So it's all about him trying to find out who he is, and yeah, it's a very strange episode, but it's good. It's very amazing special effects. There's a great big fight scene about, I want to say about 20-25 minutes in, and it's just, oh my god, it's so amazing. So go watch that. And then this is the end of my little Luke's Views, rambling, whatever you want to call it. So I hope you've enjoyed. Hope you remember to like, share, do all the usual things. And yeah, hope you have a nice week. Bye.